Welcome to California Soil and Water. I'm retired agronomist Richard Mead, your host. This channel is intended to educate anyone interested in basic agronomic terms or concepts, but with a focus on California's unique agricultural crops and regions. No politics or policy discussion, just basic agronomy 101, seen through the lens of California's dynamic landscape and unique problems. We'll begin in the San Joaquin Valley, where I live, yet future episodes will explore other regions. To give you an idea of how dynamic and diverse the San Joaquin Valley is, it constitutes 5 million acres growing 250 different crops worth $40 billion. The San Joaquin Valley, like most of the state, has a Mediterranean-type climate. The rainy season runs from November to April, and the valley's annual precip results from very dry late springs, rainless summers, and little to no rain in the fall. Summers are very warm, and if you've ever visited the San Joaquin Valley in July or August, you know exactly what I mean by warm. Because rainfall is limited and seasonal, we rely entirely on irrigation to grow our crops. We'll explore water and irrigation in later videos. For now, let's start at the beginning, the soil. The San Joaquin Valley spans roughly 70 miles from the Sierra Nevada foothills in the east to the Coast Range in the west. This broad expanse beautifully illustrates classic soil formation patterns. Eons ago, rapidly flowing rivers eroded alluvial deposits of gravel, sand, silt, and clay from the Sierra Mountains. As the rivers lost energy and spread out over the flatter valley, they dropped larger particles first. Finer particles such as silt and clay remained suspended longer and were carried further west before settling. This entire geological process produced a recognizable soil gradient across the valley. The eastern side of the valley have coarse textured soils. The center of the valley have transitional loams and silt loams. And generally speaking, on the west side, they have finer textured soils such as clays and clay loams. We can get caught up in soil series, soil types, taxonomy layers, soil pits, things like that. But the one thing I look for from a regular soil report is the CEC, or Cation Exchange Capacity. The units of CEC are milliequivalents per 100 grams, that's at least in the United States, or centimoles per kilogram internationally. Few agriculturalists or growers ever speak of those units. We just say this soil has a CEC of 27, or this soil has a CEC of 17. As you can see by this chart, CEC does a pretty good job of estimating soil texture. The lower numbers, single digits, indicate sandier soils. Mid-range 10 to 25 indicate loams to silt loams. And anything above 25, we're basically looking at clay loams to clays. But the takeaway is this. The CEC tells us how well a soil can hold positively charged nutrients such as calcium, magnesium, potassium, and others. A soil with a CEC value of 20 holds twice as many nutrients as a CEC of 10. CEC also gives us a pretty good idea of water holding capacity, but we'll talk about that in later videos when it comes to water and irrigation. If we zoom back out to the geography of the San Joaquin Valley, soils on the east side didn't have lower CEC values, and as you move west across the valley, those CEC numbers usually increase, reflecting the finer textured soils. If you stuck with me this far, you've been a great student. Join me next time at California Soil and Water, where I'll break down another agronomic term or topic within a California setting.